up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Slayin with Radio podcast. I am your host, Radio Slay. If you haven't been to this podcast before, these are very short podcast episodes. They're only about 10 minutes long, and we cover everything. We'll cover life, sports, video games, pop culture, you name it, we will cover it here. Today's episode is something that a lot of us have dealt with either as a younger child or as a parent, and that is having kids participate in activities. Um, I know we spoke with my opening initial episode of the podcast with me being a step parent. I don't have any children of my own, and I'll talk about my stepkids in just a little bit. But me, as an individual, when I was younger, I was fortunate enough to have parents that got me involved in different activities. And we'll cover those activities. A lot of the times people associate those with sports, but there's obviously other things outside of sports that kids and young children can get involved with. My personal thoughts on it before I speak on my experiences is that I really think it's important that kids get involved in some kind of activity. I encourage parents out there, if you're not doing so already, to try to get your kid in something, whether it's sports or music or art or drama or something, so that way they can kind of expand their horizons, get to try some new things, meet some new people. Hopefully they can become friends with those people and learn some good life lessons on top of all that. And I really think it's important that we teach young kids that early in their life rather than later on down the road. Speaking from my experience, my parents got myself and my brother involved with a lot of different things when we were growing up. So we were involved with sports. We did soccer, baseball, swimming, and then later on football. And then we also were in the Cub Scouts and did that until we got out of elementary school. And I really, there are times I didn't want to do it, and there are times that I was really looking forward to, going to practice or a game or doing an activity or what have you. But it got me an opportunity to meet either new people or kids that I knew from school. It got us to strengthen our relationships a little bit. We got to hang out, after school via the practices or doing camping or something like that. And you got to learn all the lessons that come with the different sports. You get to learn about the sports. You get to improve your skill set within those sports or other activities. And then as I got older, as I exited the Cub Scouts, my mom was essentially telling me, you continue to do the sports, but you got to find one other activity to do if you don't want to go on to do Boy Scouts, which I didn't want to do. And randomly enough, I picked music. And I know I spoke about this a little bit in my music episode, but I picked the drums. I'm not sure where that came from, but I picked to pick up and learn how to do the drums. So I started doing drum lessons, and that got me on to learning how to play the guitar, and I got into DJing a little bit and such. So, which again got me into the band program at school. So got to meet some people there. Had my own, garage band with a couple of my close friends, and our friendships are, really, really tight even to this day. So, you never know. You never know where these things go. You never know, like if as a kid you try something new, and I know a lot of times kids hate trying something new, but you never know when they find something that sticks, and it could stick with them to this day. Could be a career for them. Whether it's sports or art or music or acting or something like that. But I really think it's important. So I'd really encourage, if you're a parent out there and you're kind of waffling, like, should I get my kid involved? Try to have them, give a fair shot on, on some kind of activity outside of school, because I think it'll be good for them. I think it'll help round them out a bit, and I can't say enough good things about the activities I went through as a kid, and I'm glad my parents made me go do that. Speaking of my stepkids right now, they are involved with kickboxing, so they do kickboxing 2 times a week. They've done some other sports when they were younger before I had met them. Their mom had them go through things like baseball and dancing and art clubs and things like that. So they had the experience to go out there, and then they determined that they didn't like certain things and they liked other things, and that's how you find out, right? You got to go try new things, and you'll find some things that you like, and then other things they're like, yeah, that's really not for me. I'm gonna go try a different activity, see if I can either meet some people that I vibe with, or something that I might enjoy. But again, if I encourage all the parents out there, try have them try different things. Even if they found something they truly like, let's say they like baseball so much, they just want to go all in on baseball, still have them try soccer, still have them try football, have them try basketball, have them try, playing an instrument, because you never know. You just never know down the road if they're locked in on one certain thing, and then all of a sudden something happens, and all of a sudden they don't like baseball anymore, or they can't play baseball anymore for some particular reason. They have some kind of either fallback or something else they can go that they know they enjoy. So, but I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Are you a parent out there? Do you have kids that are heavily involved in activities that you kind of push them towards? Are they just don't want to do anything? You're struggling to find something to get them involved with. So I'd love to hear all your thoughts, your experiences, both as a parent and as a kid. So leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. If you could give a follow on all these socials up here, that would be awesome. We can certainly talk on any of those platforms. I know I'm not active on Twitch at the moment, but I have been, when I am live, I'm usually on about 3 times a week, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So obviously that's subject to change whenever I do decide to go back to live streaming. But I'd love to talk to you there if you want to pick up a conversation there. Again, and that includes also any other topics that you want me to cover too. So if there's something you want me to talk about with my experiences or my opinions or thoughts, drop that in the comment section as well. And if I have some kind of background knowledge to it, I'll be more than happy to cover that in a future episode. But we're just about out of time. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given. Remember, guys, as I always say, please go out and do something nice for someone. Stay hydrated out there, especially with it getting warmer out there. Don't want anybody passing out. And we will catch you on the next episode of Slayin' It with Radio.